Hello, guys. Can you hear me? How is it going? Amanda, welcome to the stream. Brian, nice to see you. How are you doing? Zero, nice to see you, brother. Hello. Hater, nice to see you once again. LS Racing, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Alright, guys, we're gonna continue playing the current King of the Catch, which, as you can see here, you won't be able to see the entire table because the screen isn't big enough, but there are currently 33 participants, I believe. So yeah, more than 30 people have been able to join the current King of the Catch, which, as you can see, is for the biggest Atlantic salmon and the biggest lake trout combined weight. Shad Panzer, welcome to the stream. Chill Bear, Frostbite, Sea Kayak, Liam, how are you doing, guys? Aikai, how are you doing? Timothy, thank you very much for the jewels. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Alright, guys, if you wanna compete on the current King of the Catch, make sure to go to my Discord server. Just gonna pin the link in the comments right here. Give me a second. There's a link to my Discord in case you aren't. Gonna pin it. This thing is acting up a bit, but that should work. Perfect. So yeah, as you can see, currently, we're currently on the 20th place. Yeah, 20th place, even though we managed to carry 22.54 diamond lake trout, 22.54 kilo. That was my PB lake trout, and surprisingly, that wasn't enough to even get within the top 10. So what we're gonna need is actually bigger Atlantic salmon, because our current one was 24.04 kilos, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, plenty of room for improvement when it comes to the Atlantic salmon. We're gonna go to Troll Sport this time, and we're gonna go fish for some Atlantic salmon. It's gonna be really fun, guys. I'm looking forward to it. Hello, Roasty, how are you doing? Alright, so we just spawned on the popular Atlantic salmon spot, which is this lake right here. Everyone knows this spot. It is by far the best spot to fish for salmon. So let's see, guys. Double TG, good evening, how are you doing? I can't carry diamond salmon. Well, Chilber, you know, whenever that happens, the best thing you can do is to simply continue fishing, because that's how it goes a lot of times. You simply need to keep trying, and eventually, I can assure you, you're gonna end up catching multiple diamonds, not only one. Timori, thank you very much for the 250 jewels. Thank you for supporting the channel. History still tries, welcome to the stream. For Jaguar grind, can I place a tent on pond, or will that prevent the spawn of a Jaguar? So I guess you are asking me if you can place a tent right on the pond? Yeah, you can. You can. The only thing that is gonna cause is that once you fast travel or spawn on that tent, the Jaguar that is on that pond is gonna automatically either spook or go aggressive. So yeah, there's a chance the Jaguar that is on that pond will go aggressive, so it definitely works. I only caught one diamond salmon since playing the game. They can be tough. They can be tough, I'm not gonna lie. But guys, if you wanna join my session, this is my name right here. This is my Apex. ProXCK hashtag 4157. I'm gonna type it right here in the comments, just in case you wanna join me. ProXCK hashtag 4157. There you go. And I need to go. Why is it offline? It is supposedly online, but let me see. So yeah, for some reason it put me on an offline session, which shouldn't have happened. But let's try again. Let's try daytime. I've got hundreds, no diamond. That is unlucky, Chilper. Yeah, that is unlucky. That's how it goes. Maybe the Atlantic salmon is one of your difficult fish. So let's see, is it finally gonna put us in a session? I'm hoping it will. Let me see, what if I go... No, where is that you enable the offline mode? Oh, so I had multiplayer off for some reason, that makes sense. Big Larry is in a nut spot that I've never seen. I don't know where he is, Brian, but that is interesting. You know, it is great that the legendaries can always be on new locations. It has variety. So I'm just waiting for the game to put me in a session. Because it is still offline, finally, multiplayer. So now you can actually join me, guys, if you want. ProXK versus technology once again, right? Yeah, it was just a setting. I don't recall changing the setting to offline at any moment, but well, it was offline. But now we can play. So I'm currently right here in the middle of the lake. We're gonna show I'm using Pro Performance right here. And we're gonna cast using a number 1 knot spinner, I believe. So yeah, we're gonna switch to the lure spinning rig just to make sure we're able to catch the Atlantic salmon using a spinner. Gonna use the 27.5 braided line. And as for the spinner size, a 2/0. That is gonna let us catch everything from silver to diamond. Let's start casting right there. At a 3 speed. Sounds good, Swinek. It'll be nice to play with you. Spot 2 for Larry sucks. I don't even know what the spot 2 is, because I haven't gone for a legendary in quite a while actually. Like, I think, for example, before the last stream, I believe the last time I played this game was on October 2025. And that was the last time I tried to go for, what was it? I think it was Sidewinder. So I went for Sidewinder and I spent like an hour trying to catch it and I couldn't catch it, not even a single bite. So yeah, since then I haven't gone for a single legendary. Thank you very much, Roasty. Thank you for the good luck. Hopefully the cost will actually give us a big salmon today. Something big enough to put us on the top 10 for the competition. That would be great. You know, winning the competition will be nearly impossible because the current first place already has a near max weight and a near max weight lake trout. Like he has a near max weight salmon and a near max weight lake trout, which will make very, very difficult to beat him, but it's still possible. You know, they both still have room for improvement. I have already caught a legendary in Norway, but he's still saying he's active. That is weird, Brian. You know, I wonder if you got the bug where you can catch the same legendary multiple times, maybe. Hey Chopper, how is it going, man? Nice to see you today. Toddy Smash, welcome to the stream. How are you? We just leveled up. Level 141, the max level is level 200, so we still have a really long way to go in order to reach max level. This game looks so chill. It is really chill, Mr. Warhawk. You just go, you know, park your boat on one of the best locations to catch that species and start casting until you catch a diamond. And the best part about it is that it is crossplay. So people from consoles can play with people on PC. I was in the top 10, not anymore. Double digit, that sucks, but you know, this competition is gonna run until Sunday. So you still have some time to go back into the top 10 and who knows, maybe even top 5. Just gonna need some bigger diamonds. Look, we're gonna chum using pro performance once again. Good to hear to this match. I'm also doing good. Hello, Oscar Rene Pinelli. Welcome to the stream. Where is the spot on the map? I'm gonna show it to you in a moment, right after I catch this salmon. We're probably gonna catch a silver right here. Does the winner get anything, or is it just for fun? So the winner gets a special role on my Discord server. The King of the Catch winner role. And he also gets a crown next to his nickname on my Discord server, plus the bragging rights of being able to win the King of the Catch competition against like more than 30 people, which is the most important thing, I would say. And ultimately the point of these competitions and the point of retaking these competitions after several months is to try to revive this game, because a lot of people still play it, and I know a lot of people wanted to see the King of the Catch competitions back. By the way, I'm gonna show you the location right here. It is in the middle of this lake. Right here, as you can see. This is where we are. And in my opinion, it is by far the best location to catch diamond Atlantic salmon. Which doesn't mean it'll be easy. But from all the locations where it's possible, this one is definitely the best one. What bait are you using? So to chum, I'm using Pro Performance to this match. Pro Performance to chum. And as for the lure, I'm currently using a 2-aught spinner. These baby diamonds keep stacking up. So you caught another baby diamond chopper. That's hilarious. That's honestly hilarious. Like, you can catch as many baby diamonds as possible, but yeah, you aren't gonna catch a big one. Not yet. You need to play a bit longer for the big ones to get unlocked. Bragging rights are the best prize from pros competitions. Right, Mr. Rahog, you know it. You really know it. Hold up a second. This may be... No, I don't think it is big enough to be gold. Welcome back, Vivan. Welcome back. Happy to see you. Thank you for the good luck. Okay, it is actually gold, 14.74. Not too bad. Time to chum with the Pro Performance once again. So we have got one goal so far, and I would say after catching a bunch of silvers, we're gonna switch to the number 3-aught jerkbait, because that is only gonna let us catch golds and above. And normally that is a good strategy to catch diamonds. Like, you start using a silver hook, you know, you catch, I don't know, 20 silvers and a few golds, and then you switch to the gold hook. A lot of times that works to catch diamonds, guys. Been putting the time, just hard to beat the 2 I got already. Yeah, because the 2 you got, even though like they still have a lot of room for improvement, like they aren't small, like small. They are still like about the size as my salmon, I would say. Now this one is a damn 19.08 kilo gold. Damn, that is a really big gold, because I believe the diamond weight is 20 kilograms exactly. All right, give me a second, guys. Alright, gonna continue casting here. So the current King of the Catch leader has a 28.97 kilogram with a salmon and 22.93 trout, I believe. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, he has two really big submissions, really close to the max weight, because the max weight for the salmon is exactly 29 kilos, and 23 kilos is max for the lake trout. So yeah, Oscar René Pinelli, thank you very much for remaining as a Pro Clan Master for 3 consecutive months. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Triod Minnow also works well. Yeah, Triod Minnow also works very well on the float setup. The difference between first and 12th is only 2.5 kilos, really? So there's barely any difference. Alright, that is a nice silver right there. Let's cast using Pro Performance once again. How do I submit a catch to King of the Catch? So first of all, you have to go to my Discord server to this match. Make sure to choose the Call of the Wild theAngler role. And then you'll see there's a channel called King of the Catch. Make sure to read the rules. And then you can go to King of the Catch submissions and submit your best catches right there. The only thing you have to submit is both the catch screen plus the latest catches. You can absolutely post twice on the King of the Catch, Brian. Although we're only gonna count your biggest submission, you know? Let's see, we have got like, I don't know, 6 silvers plus 2 golds. So let's see, guys, we're getting... I sense a diamond getting close to us. Is it better to try to catch silvers and golds to try to spawn diamonds, or just focus on diamonds? So of course you can just focus on using a diamond hook or a gold hook all the time. And yeah, like you can still catch golds and diamonds that way, but personally, also to not get bored, I prefer to start by using a silver hook, try to catch like 20 fish with a silver hook before anything, and then I switch to the gold hook. I rarely ever use the diamond hooks, to be honest. So yeah, I would suggest you to start by catching silvers and golds temporarily, and then switch to the gold hook. And of course, like, just use the gold hook for a while, like, use it maybe to catch like 2 or 3 golds, and then once you stop getting bites, you start casting towards a different direction with a silver hook once again. Do people cheat? You know, as far as I'm concerned, there are mods for this game to this match, but they are very rare. Like, way rarer than on the Honor Call of the Wild. Although I know it is possible to cheat, because I've seen hackers. Unfortunately, there are, Brian, yeah. Like, good and bad mods, because for example, I was taking a look at the theAngler page on Facebook, and I saw a person developing a mod that added rares to the angler, and like, to me they looked really good. Like, he added some rare skins for example the largemouth bass, also for the catfish and for the lake trout, and man, they looked amazing. Like, that is exactly how I imagined the rares on the angler would look. And then there are also some bad mods as well, because like I've stumbled across people that were able to fly around the map, quite literally. Oh my god, hold up. Could this be big? Maybe? It is definitely gold, but I don't think it's gonna be big enough to be diamond. It's probably gonna be, I don't know, an 18 kilo gold. That would be my guess. What depth should I have my float setup? Just keep it at the default depth to this match. Yeah, don't worry about the depth too much. Mooring in the Angler is quite a decision, right, Mr. Warhawk? Like, that's so sad. Like, especially if you are mooring to literally cheat. So yeah, this is an Atlantic salmon, 19.33 kilos, alright, even bigger than the last gold. Getting close to diamond, guys. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually manage to catch one very soon. Might have won my first diamond. Damn, to this match. Hopefully you actually manage to catch one right there. So I am hoping we'll get another bite right here on the silver hook. There's nothing though. Hey, Thor, thank you very much. Thank you for encouraging people to support the channel. Throw that 4-out, bro. Go for it. I am tempted. Chopper. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm actually gonna do it. Just gonna throw the diamond hook. A Hail Mary. A Hail Mary. We're gonna do it at the end of the stream. Like, just forecast with a 4-out hook all around the boat. And gonna catch 3 diamonds with that. And welcome back, hater. How strong does my line have to be? So I would say at least 40 pounds. At least 40 pounds, because yeah, anything lighter than that, you are gonna have trouble with the heavier diamonds. But you know, if you have a line above 50 pounds, that's ideal. Is there a trophy lodge for this game? Unfortunately not. History still thrives. Yeah, unfortunately the developers never added either a trophy lodge or an aquarium to this game, which is a shame. But guys, I don't know if you have seen this other game that is just being developed, which is called Professional Fishing 2. So yeah, I've taken a look at that game and they are planning to implement trophy lodges and an aquarium as well. And rares to the game. It is a fishing game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that game and I think I'm gonna play it on my channel because it looks very interesting. Oscar Rene Pinelli, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate the support to the channel. It means a lot. I hope you are doing good. Here we have another silver. I think we're gonna do what Chopper just told us, which is to use a 4-out hook size. Does it have graphics on pair or better with the Angler? And are they planning to release on console? So Aikai, right now, Professional Fishing is only out on PC. It is currently on early access. And graphically, I would say it is a bit below the Angler. You know, in my opinion, it is like below the Angler, but better than Fishing Planet, for example. And as far as I'm concerned, they do have plans to eventually release it on console. But yeah, it is currently on development, still on early access. So yeah, for example, if you want to take a look at how it looks, I think Scarecrow on his second channel, he has some videos about it. So yeah, I would recommend you to go take a look at those videos because I think it is a fun game. Hello, William. How are you doing? Welcome. Fishing Planet is really good, yeah. Yeah, Fishing Planet is very good, but I was just speaking about the graphics because we're talking about this other game called Professional Fishing 2. And yeah, graphically, I would say that game is in between Fishing Planet and Call of the Wild theAngler because, like, yeah, Fishing Planet is great in many things, but graphically, it is definitely below theAngler in my opinion. Yeah, absolutely, okay. That is a thing that stands out for theAngler, the graphics, for sure. And the open world. So yeah, it is a shame that they couldn't continue developing because, man, it had a lot of potential. I mean, the game's still dead and people still play it. This is a game that has Santochronistic. What is that? Is that a fish species? I love theAngler, haven't played it in a while. Yeah, William. Well, this is a very good time to go back to theAngler in case you would like to join one of these competitions. By the way, guys, gonna show the leaderboard once again right here. Here you have it. There have been more than 30 participants already. I think something like 33, 34. And as you can see, what is the name? Matt Makis, I think is his name. He's currently leading the competition with a really small advantage over the second place and also over the third place. So yeah, it's been really disputed. And in case you wanna join it, just make sure to click the link that is pinned in the comment section. It is a link to my Discord server. And once you're on my Discord, just go to the King of the Cash section, read the rules, and you'll notice it is very easy to participate. Hello, Alongside, how are you doing? Welcome. Alright, time to use the diamond hook. Do I even have a diamond hook? Do I think we're gonna have to use a float setup right here? Let's see. What do we have that is only 4 diamonds? We have the trio jerkbait, which is calls and above. But for rod, I think we'll have to use a float setup. So we're gonna start by using the jerkbait. Let's see. If there's a diamond, it's still probably gonna bite. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start from level 0 again. That makes sense, William. And yeah, that is a really heavy grind going from level 0 to like level 50. So yeah, it's gonna take you some work if you decide to go back to it. Hello, Pixter, how are you doing? Nice to see you once again, brother. It's been a while. You got a diamond silver. You got a diamond none. Well, that's kinda sick. Hopefully a big one. And it was about time, brother, because yeah, you really struggled to catch your first one, eh? It is a condition like albinism and melanism, so basically it makes fish become yellow. May have that. Yeah, the game may have that. I'm not entirely sure because I still haven't taken a look at I haven't taken a look at all the details, especially not about the rares and everything. But yeah, maybe that game because I've seen it has some rares. Yeah, the grind is big. I am level 88 after 2 months. Well, you've done some really good progress right there, Double DG. But yeah, level 88 after only 2 months, that takes some work for sure. Alright, we're gonna start casting towards that part of the lake now. Unfortunately, there was no diamond on that spot. So now we're gonna switch to the number 2 spinner once again. And time to continue trying to catch calls. Lake Bear got a 27.33 diamond. That's a heavy one. Chill Bear. Nice diamond, brother. Congratulations. Yeah, Scarecrow has made some videos about that game. On both his main channel and his second channel, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, very soon I plan to also make content about it. because that game is about to receive a really big update. I believe at the end of this month. So yeah, it'll be interesting. There's another salmon right here. Just a silver. 27 kilos is insane. Yeah, Brian, that was a really big diamond from Chilber. And this one is a gold, surprisingly, 14.23 kilos. That is a good XP farm in Japan. Oh yeah, in Japan there are many great spots to get XP and experience. XP and cash, I mean. Atlantic Salmon is a great way to level up. Hold up a second, this one is heavy, guys. Alright. Any diamonds yet? Not yet, on site. Well, Shellberg got a diamond just now. But when it comes to me, I haven't got a single diamond. Some golds though, some really big golds. Here we have another 18.22 kilo, not too bad. Hello, Mr. View, how are you doing? I have the Angler, but I stopped playing for Game Pass. But the thing is, why should I have to pay like $25 for a game that doesn't get updates anymore? That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, you know, the game currently has 5 maps. For some people that may be enough. For some people it doesn't justify the price, but you know, the good thing is that it is still playable. Unlike the Honor Classic, which will soon become unplayable. But you know, I would say for $25, if it includes all the DLCs, I would say it's worth it. Just made my first submission. Nice to this match. Great to see new participants. That is what we want. Because guys, something important. If you wanna see the King of the Cash like continue, continue after this one, make sure to actually participate, because yeah, we're gonna make more King of the Cash depending on how many people actually participate. If we notice the participation starts going down, again, because it already happened a few months ago, then there's no point in putting the effort to making new King of the Cash, because it takes some effort to set them up. So yeah, it is great to see people joining. That is what matters. Got a monster white crappie yesterday, 1.77 kilos. I think I saw you posted, Brian. Yeah, I think I saw you posted on the trophy gallery. Nice one, by the way. Probably tomorrow I'll get to level 60 in the Honor Call of the Wild. Nice, hater. It didn't take you long, eh? Just wondering, what is your favorite map? On Call of the Wild, theAngler, Golden Ridge Reserve, Mr. View. And as for my favorite species, that is a good question. You know, I love the lake trout. The lake trout is really cool. I also really like the koi on Japan. Also the Atlantic salmon, the one we're fishing at the moment, is really fun. So as for my favorite species, I'm gonna go with the lake trout. What lure are you using? I'm currently using a 2-aught spinner to this match. I can't participate because I suck at the Angler. Yeah. What level are you at the Angler, hater? Because on the Angler, the thing that matters is to be able to have the right equipment. Once you have the right equipment, like, it's mostly luck based. You don't need a lot of skill in order to get diamonds on this game. Just luck. You reached level 60 in just 3 days, pretty much. Not too bad, hater. You really grinded for that max level, eh? So what about you guys? what is your favorite map here on the Angler? And favorite species? Nothing right here. Maybe we'll have to cast towards a different direction because yeah, the bites are slowing down. Man, I just heard of my grade 1 black bear grind, 40 kills, 2 rares and 1 diamond. Nice, Dominic. How are you doing, man? Nice to see you. But damn, you're having a nice start right there, eh? Never played the game, but Japan looks beautiful. Yeah, the Japan map is really beautiful, Mr. Warhawk. The species are nice as well. But yeah, it's a really chill game to play with friends. Even though it is already discontinued, you can just go play with friends, try to catch some diamonds, try to complete the diamond bingo, which is the entire diamond collection for each reserve. So yeah, there's plenty to do. Golden Ridge Reserve and Muskie. I also love the Muskie. 0. Golden Ridge and whatever bites. That's fair, Chilber. I love how many people love Golden Ridge Reserve. I think it is an amazing reserve. I don't play the Angler that much, so I don't know what maps there are. But as a bass fisher in real life, I like the largemouth bass. That's fair, Frostbite. Yeah, the largemouth may actually be the most popular species on the Angler, for a very good reason. A lot of people fish for them, and they are a lot of fun. Alright, finally another bite right here. Maybe a small gold. Golden Ridge Reserve is probably my favorite map, and the bass are my favorite. That's totally fair, Mr. Bio. I also love the bass. You know, personally I prefer the smallmouth bass over the largemouth bass on this game. I always love South Africa for some reason. It is great. Okay. Could have been better, because I feel the map is really plain, like there's barely any vegetation and I don't know, the map, there's something about the map that seems unfinished, if you know what I mean. But when it comes to species, it has a nice lineup. I like it. Great to hear you are doing good, Dominic. Hopefully I'll get a great one under 200 kills, that would be amazing. Short grind. Could never complain about a short grind. Another bite, also a silver. Golden Ridge Reserve and walleye, because that's why I love to fish in real life. Nice, to this match. I would love to have the chance to fish for walleye in real life. I like Norway. Norway is my second favorite map, Brian. It is also amazing, lots of nice species. Man, I miss the times when they used to add new species so much. Because they didn't only add new species whenever a new map came out, like also in between releases they sometimes added new species. My favorite is Japan because of the Sakhalin taming, but also Spain is a good one, and the common carp and Welsh catfish spot. Oh yeah, fishing for Welsh catfish on Spain is an experience. They are quite a fight, even the golds. Favorite legendary? You know, since I don't fish for legendaries that much, I'm just gonna go with Goldstein, because it is one of the easiest. Mr. Bio. I love the bullheads and the char. Oh yeah, both the Alpine bullhead and the European bullhead, Brian. Those are really fun. And the char are amazing because they are super easy diamonds. You know, a fish that I really like on Norway is actually the bullhead catfish, because it's also, or maybe the easiest diamond on the entire game. Eh? There's an amazing spot right here. Managed to get a 68.49 Welsh catfish. Damn. Double DG. You know, I think the community record was something like 69 kilos or 70 kilos. So damn, that's a giant. Bullhead catfish. I see, Brian. Yeah, bullhead catfish are a blast to fish for. Alright, so we're having trouble catching silvers even. I would say top 3 are Golden Ridge, Norway, and Japan. Golden Ridge, Norway, and Japan. You know, I would say that is also my top 3. Silver. Because Norway is also my second favorite. And as for the third place, you know, that is a bit more complicated, but I also really like Japan. It has some amazing species. I love the African legendary, the albino catfish. Oh yeah. You know, I don't think I've ever caught it, eh? Yeah, I don't think I've ever caught the legendary catfish on Japan. On Africa, I mean. So may go for it at some point. What is the goal for the competition? So for this competition, Mr. View, it is essentially the combined score of your biggest Atlantic salmon plus your biggest lake trout submission, as you can see. There have been more than 30 participants already. So yeah, it is just a matter of trying to catch a really big time on lake trout and a really big time on Atlantic salmon. And then it's just a combined weight, essentially. It is really fun. It was so excited when they teased and released the wells. I remember that, Aikai. Yeah, that was a really good time to play the game. Like, I also remember how excited I was whenever they announced Africa. Because, for example, I didn't play the game like until the release of Spain. Well, I actually played it on the early access for Golden Ridge Reserve, but then I stopped and I went back to it, yeah, with the Aguas Claras release. And then that's actually when I started making content for the game, like consistently. So yeah, Africa was my first big release, actually playing the game. I remember it. How strong does my line have to be in kilograms? So in kilograms, something like 20 kilograms. Yeah, 20 kilograms would be an appropriate weight for your line. And well, if you have something like a 25 kilo, even better. Personally, I'm currently using a 27.5 kilo. Yeah, absolutely, Silver. You can absolutely submit your salmon, and eventually you'll get a lake trout. Hold up a second. Ooh. This is a giant, guys. This right here is not only guaranteed diamond, I think it's a huge diamond. Look at how much line is taking. Oh my god. Yeah, this one is taking a lot of line, as you can see. Hold up a second. Forget about it, guys. We are using the wrong setup. That's so dumb. What line do I have? Yeah, I have a 5 kilo line. Unfortunately, yeah, I cast it with the wrong setup at some point. I clicked the wrong key, but it was actually this one. So yeah, we got trolled. That's ridiculous. No. But no, that wasn't a diamond, unfortunately. We're just using the wrong setup. Yeah, I was like, damn. This is the strongest reel and it's about to spool me. But no, it was a 5 kilo line. It was probably just a silver, guys. Yeah, Mr. Barhook, that was something right there. That was something. That was something to make fun of. Yeah, it wasn't a diamond, Brian. It was probably just a silver, and not even sure if it was a salmon. Now, if something takes line on this setup, on the one I'm currently using, then that would be diamond. Okay, couple of Atlantic salmons right there. Had me thinking you hooks Spayfling. Oh yeah, the legendary. Yeah, not gonna lie, it also crossed my mind for a second. I was like, damn, is he active at the moment? Is she active at the moment? Diamond Asp. Oh, imagine. You know, I think the only diamond you can catch here is the Atlantic Salmon. Amateur XK is back. Yeah, he's really back. That was more like noob XK, Mr. Rahog, I'm not gonna lie. Really, welcome back. Nice to see you again. How are you doing? Hello, Amanda. Thank you for joining the stream. I hope you are doing good. So yeah, we just lost all our aura right there. Like the few aura we had remaining after the last stream, we just lost it all right there. Now we have negative aura. This is just a silver. Never mind, it's actually gold. Alright. KPD on. Nice. 0. I haven't caught KPD in a while. But that is actually one of the legendaries I've caught multiple times already. Let's see. Come on, there has to be something big. There's nothing biting at the moment. No salmon right here. Now let's cast that way. Good to hear. Really? So you are currently on the Discord. Nice. Minnow is coded. You should use it. Yeah, it is a very solid option to this match. You are very right about that. Getting bored just shooting crocs. Yeah, shooting crocodiles just to level up is definitely not the most fun thing to do in Call of the Wild. Hater. He is at the tree this week. Oh, I believe that's the same spot where I caught it the last time. Yeah, at the tree, I think it was. Caught a diamond carp yesterday. Nice, Dicky. So yeah, that's a nice diamond to find. Alright, nothing right there. You know, I think I'm gonna try with the float setup this time. I think we're gonna use something like 2-aught minnow. Hello, King Crab, how are you doing? I've been in your Discord since the start. Really? Like since I opened my Discord. So that is a while. That is some years right there. We're gonna use the minnow. Let's see how that works. Also, the cosmetics for this challenge are very cool. I haven't taken a look at them. I bet they are, hater. You know, I wanna take a look at them and see if they are worth equipping. So let's see how good the float setup works right here. You know, as for the next King of the Catch, you know, I'm thinking on doing something like largemouth bass and smallmouth bass this time. Something popular. What are you fishing for, bro? I'm currently fishing for Atlantic salmon, TK. So yeah, we're currently fishing for Atlantic salmon for the current king of the catch, which includes lake trout and Atlantic salmon, combined weight. Nice, really. So yeah, you've been there for quite some time. That's great. Thank you very much for staying that long. What is your Discord name, by the way? If someone would leave the server, I guess you'll have to wait a bit, King Crab. Yeah, I guess you'll have to wait a bit because, you know, someone may leave, especially some of the people that aren't currently fishing with us. You really are. Really. Yeah, you really are, because the Discord has been up for like, I don't know, 4 years. So yeah, that you are definitely an OG right there. I may go for it, Zero. You know, still haven't decided because I'm having a blast here fishing for this salmon. Although they are all tiny. When you do species that are found on multiple maps, do you lock them for a specific map or no? Yes, okay. So yeah, for example, if I do largemouth bass and smallmouth bass, I would mention that they have to be from Golden Ridge Reserve. Especially because the weight varies between reserves. Musky pike would be a good one. Yeah, tiger musky plus pike. Also here on Golden Ridge Reserve could be a really good combo. Chilbert, you're very right. Also, for example, cutthroat trout plus brook trout could be another good one. Or let's say burbot plus, I don't know, what has a similar weight to the burbot. Could be burbot and cutthroat trout as well. Because the burbot is such an easy diamond, guys. There's an insane location for the burbot. Use triod hook. Yeah, probably gonna switch to the triod hook very soon to this match. Just catching some silvers right here. One spoon for the Atlantic salmon works very good. Tiki. Yeah, in fact, the twat spinner that I was using, like, it works exactly the same because it is also for silvers and better. If you leave the server, more recommendation from me, you know. Well, you hear that, guys. Like, if you leave the server, you're gonna get recommended for mod by King Crab. Thank you for sharing the gamer tag right there, hater. Yeah, if anyone wants to join the session or add me as a friend, that is my Apex. ProXK hashtag 4157. Just type that in the add friend, I think. You have to go to Apex Connect, then you go to friends, then you go to add friends, and you type that name right here, including the hashtag and the numbers. Getting very consistent goals. That is great. That is great to this match. Yeah, also gonna try the triod very soon. Hunterman67, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I would say the dam is pretty good for diamond burbot. Yeah, Chilbert, the dam is pretty good, but close to the dam, in the middle of that lake, there's a buoy, and around that buoy, it's insane how many diamond burbots there are there. How many coals and diamonds? Not even in the server, but I want to leave. Oh yeah, hater. Bro, what is your favorite fish to catch in the Norway map? I'm gonna say, well, Atlantic salmon. Like, I love that species because they get huge. But I also love the bullhead catfish. You know? Super small species, but they are a really easy diamond. So they are fun to go for. Great to hear, Hunterman. Great to hear you are doing good. Not even in the server where I want to live. Yeah, he wants a recommendation. I mean, honestly, Hater would be a nice mod for YouTube because he's very active. So yeah, Hater, if you would like to help us doing some moderation for the chat, like that would be great. And you really don't have to do much, like you are barely gonna have to take any action. You know, just make sure that no one is rude towards anyone else, or no one says anything like too unhinged, you know. So yeah, it's very simple. You don't have to do anything pretty much, because everyone is decent. We never have any issues in chat. Just give me a second. So yeah, there you go, Hater. Now you're a mod. Okay, this may be gold, I wanna think. Bro, remember I got the community record shovel nose. Oh yeah, William. That is a nice record you have. And I'm glad to hear the guide helped you. That is the point of those guys, to help you guys cash diamonds, and I'm glad they work. Bro, this thing is just a small gold, 15.47 kilos. Alright, I think it's time to switch to the triod hook. Just to make sure there's not a single diamond here. If there is a diamond, we're gonna catch it. Triod, with me now. You got a promotion, Hater. That's right. Hey bro, who do you want to win the World Cup? I'm supporting Argentina in the final, Tiki. So yeah, gonna support Argentina, hopefully they win. Because of Messi. Let's see, not a single bite on the triod right now. The shovel-nosed sturgeon is one of my favorite species on the game. I was so ready for them to add a map with some huge sturgeon species, right? For example, they could have added the, what is it called, the white sturgeon, I believe, to Golden Reef Reserve. Yeah, that would have been a fantastic addition, Ikai. Yeah, they could have added so many cool species, but, well, what happened happened. No goals. Alright. So what about you guys? What team would you like to win the World Cup? What nation? Possible diamond none. Nice. 0. That was quick. So now CGO will not appear in the chat for a while. Oh yeah, CGO, like, he's English, so that makes sense. But I mean, they decided to beat Mexico the way they did, so they had it coming. Spain. Sounds good, really. It was nice to see you, man. Have a good rest of your day. Argentina, Spain. Spain, not a fan of Argentina's tactics. Spain just just because this World Cup seemed a bit suspicious for Argentina. You know, a lot of people say that, but to be honest, I don't think it was suspicious. I think Spain is gonna win, but I want Argentina to win. Same, honestly, Tiki. I mean, Spain is a better team, like that's for sure. But yeah, Argentina knows how to compete, and it'll be a really disputed match in my opinion. Is it football or soccer? It is football to this match, unless you are American. I was hearing some meat, some ground meat. Just got a minimum weight mule deer. Nice, Frostbite. So what is the minimum weight for the mule deer? Yeah, you heard it. Yeah, of course you did. I am American and I call it football. Well, that's very good to this match. Yeah, that's rare, I would say, because not a lot of Americans call it football. North America did good. Canada, USA, and Mexico all cooked up. Yeah, I would say they all did decent. They all had a decent participation. But man, I was expecting more from Mexico, especially. Like I was expecting Mexico to at least reach the quarterfinals, especially because they were playing on Mexico every single match. So yeah, it is a shame that we couldn't get past England. Bro is eating tacos. I wish, hater. Some tacos would be great right now. Bro, do they still have daily and weekly challenges for the Angler? I am pretty sure they do. Look. Yeah, they still have both the daily and the weekly challenges right here. By the way, we can start a match right here. Look at this. We're gonna make it, I don't know, 45 minutes. A species. We're gonna make it for the Atlantic salmon. Minimum rank silver. Yeah, that's it, guys. If you wanna join the match, just open the menu and join it. Mexico kinda sold though, not gonna lie. They played really good. We really played really good. But it wasn't enough as always. That's how it's been a lot of times. We play amazing or better than ever, but then we lose like always. As a Canadian, I'm proud of my team. Yeah, you should be, Chilber. Yeah, you should be. You played very decent. Yeah, unfortunately, Morocco was too strong of a team because Morocco is a very solid team, but yeah, you had a good participation. I saw you on Chopper stream on the Angler, bro. I was pretty much fishing with Chopper all stream. Even won the best competition he hosted in game. Nice, Winnick. Yeah, I decided to stop by and watch that stream for a bit. Because yeah, Chopper is great content creator, and seeing him go back to the Angler is amazing, honestly. That'll really benefit the game. Norway was who I wanted to win. Oh yeah, Norway would have been a great winner. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone wanted Norway to make it far. Yeah, the fact Sorloth didn't pass that ball to Haaland. Yeah, that was kinda strange, eh? Not gonna lie. But yeah, I really like Haaland. He's an amazing player. Alright, we're gonna have to use the silver hook once again. I was really hoping that Mexico would at least pass the CGO's country. Yeah. Yeah, Mexico, England. That is he. I'm pretty sure he's English. So yeah, it was close, but unfortunately, not close enough. Just missed one goal. Big diamond. Nice. What is it? To this match, is it a salmon? Sorlot should have never been playing. You know, I thought Sorlot was a decent player, and you know, of course he's a good player, but damn, that was a huge mistake. He had no reason to not pass the ball to Haaland right there. Yeah, Dicky, that's really fair. Like, as a United fan, if I was a United fan, I would be afraid of Haaland. He's a monster. Finally another salmon. Having some trouble right here to even catch silvers. It is pulling so much track. Alright, gonna start the comp right here. I guess there are already enough players. So it is time. Okay, so there are 6 players in the comp. We're gonna start it. And there we go. That is great to this match. You know, hopefully really big diamond, eh? Sarlot is a decent player, but he has been playing on the wing. Yeah, that was surprising to me. Like, seeing Sarlot on the right wing, like, that was strange because he's a center forward. We have Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire. That guy is a legend. Nice silver right here. Now we're gonna cast that way. You know, I don't expect to catch anything too big here, but you know, as long as we manage to catch a diamond bigger than the last one, bigger than our current submission, I'll be happy. So Swinnick has something right there. Looks big. What do you have there, Swinnick? Is that a diamond? What was it? It was a gold 17.22 kilos. Okay. Looked bigger than that. No salmon on this side. I think we're gonna cast that way this time. 79 kills to 1,000 crocodiles. Damn. So you have killed 1,000 crocodiles in pretty much 3 days. Hater, can't complain. You know, Crab, I'm gonna start casting right below your boat really soon. Because yeah, I feel there's something hiding down there. You got a monster, Brian. Nice. Do you think it's gonna make it? Diamond. Nice. 22.68 kilos. Great job, Brian. Happy to see you catch a diamond. That was nice. Hey bro, do you have any advice for hunting raccoon dogs? I wanna get a diamond for a multi-mount. I mean, the strategy I've been using to hunt raccoon dogs all this time is essentially to go for ptarmigans. Go hunt willow ptarmigans and try to check every single of the raccoon tracks you find. That is how it normally works. But yeah, like, just move within their home range and you'll find plenty. That's the best tip I can give you because there's no magic strategy. I would be lying if I said that there's a magic strategy. Alright, where's... Crab is over there. We're gonna cast right next to his boat. Because, of course, there has to be diamond right there. We missed the water. Okay, I'll do it. You can use the island method. Oh yeah, if you wanna set up a grind for the raccoon dog on Salzwissen Park, yeah, that could work for sure. I wouldn't say Revontuli is better than Salzwissen for them, Mr. Rahok. Talking about the raccoon dogs. You know, I think they are similar to each other, but... Well, Salzwissen has the advantage that you don't have to cover as much terrain. Or I don't even remember if the raccoon dogs are everywhere on Salzwissen, because if they are everywhere, then Revontuli may be better. The real Edge Lane, absolutely, you can join the game. So yeah, just make sure to click join next to my name, and you'll be able to join the server whenever there is a spot open. I really want a big rare for the Money Rowan Elk, Dicky. Oh, that would be cool. What kind of rare would you like to get? I see your bait. Yeah, Crab. You know, I told you I'm gonna catch a diamond below your boat. It's happening. Oh, you caught something. What did you catch? So you caught a big gold. It is full. Yeah, it makes sense it is full. There's a lot of people currently in the server. Let's see, what is this? I think this may be gold. Feels kinda heavy. Piebald or melanistic? You know, my favorite rare for the Money Rowan Elk is the Piebald, Dicky. So yeah, I wish you luck. Hopefully you manage to get one at some point. Could you imagine a super Piebald Money Rowan Elk? I could imagine it, Brian. Man, that would be a dream come true, honestly. You got trolled. You got trolled 0. By what? By Seaman. I guess it is the 19.82 kilo gold that I'm seeing there. Yeah, that is a troll. Hold up, is this another gold? I think I actually have the hook size number 3 odd on at the moment. So yeah, we're only catching golds right here. Bro has revived the angler. I mean, we're trying. We're trying, hater. Yeah, we're trying to make this game more popular, and well, I would say we are doing a good job so far. But you know, in order to revive it truly, we're gonna need more people, I would say. Another nice gold, 18.71 kilos. Oh, so I was the one that got trolled. Yeah, those golds were really heavy. What in the world? Where is my bait? That was strange. You see huge fish around you. Don't worry, King Crab, they are all just golds. So don't get your hopes up. I won one in my lodge. Oh yeah, Dicky. Having a rare Money Rowan Elk inside your lodge, that is probably a lot of people's dream. Personally, I've never gotten a rare Money Rowan Elk. Like nothing. That fish looks kinda big, eh? What is it? Just a tiny gold. So let's see. Let's take a look at the match. Currently, Brian is leading with his 22.68 kilo diamond. He has a nice advantage over Crab. And we're currently on the 4th place with an 18.71 kilo. Alright, we just need a diamond. I have a gold albino Rockymon and elk. Looks so good. Oh yeah, the albino Rockymon and elk are... They don't only look good, they are also quite rare. Like, I would say they are rarer than, for example, the albino Roosevelt elk. I've gotten 5 diamonds off my map, and I just kinda run around all the lakes. Nice. 5 diamond Maniroban elk, Dicky. Hello, Liam. Happy to see you again. Just saved enough to upgrade to a PS5. I've been running Call of the Wild on a 10-year-old PS4 and I'm pretty hyped. Nice, Liam. That'll be quite improvement, eh? Yeah, I bet you'll notice the difference and you won't regret that decision. Happy for you, brother. One of my dream trophies was a gold albino Maniroban elk, and it ended up being a super rare. Gold albino Maniroban elk. Damn, you got a super rare albino Maniroban elk. I think you told me, Frostbite. So that's amazing. I mean, that would be a dream trophy for everybody. Like, I would lose it if I would lose it if I ever managed to get something like that. For Otmino on a float. You know what, I'm thinking on doing the same Zero, but I'm not even catching golds. 20.89 diamond. So you got a diamond? Crap. Yeah, you got a diamond. Well, it is a baby though. Yeah, it is a baby. You know, it's not too different to a 19 kilo gold. So yeah, I see why you're happy, but don't be too happy for too long, you know, because I'm catching one bigger. Let's see, we're gonna cast more to the left, closer to a chum. Around there. I am kinda jealous, yeah, King Crab. Just a bit. Yeah, just a bit jealous. I would have been more jealous if it wasn't so small though. Yeah. Yeah, you'll see. You'll see, there are still 30 minutes to go. Sounds good, Chilber. So yeah, if anyone wants to join the session, Chilber is about to leave, guys. So there's your chance to join us. Bro, what is your favorite spectacle pair rare? I'm gonna go with the piebald, TK. Yeah, I'm gonna say the piebald. Not sure if it is the male or the female variation, but I think it's the male variation. So yeah, one of the two piebalds is my favorite. Not paying attention, strike too late. Damn. Hopefully that didn't happen on a diamond to this match. So guys, if you could add a new species to Call of the Wild theAngler, what fish would you choose? You know, I'm intrigued to see what kind of species would you choose. Personally, I think I would have gone for I think it's called a Stripe Bass. Yeah, the Stripe Bass. That would have been my choice. Damn, crap. You got an even bigger diamond right there. You are hacking now. Damn, I would have never thought you start hacking the game. You know, that's kinda lame. No, but very good catch. That's an even bigger diamond right there. Still a bit baby. Like, that was a kid. That was a kid diamond. Blue catfish, striped bass, same William. Alligator gar, lake sturgeon on Golden Ridge. 28 kilo. Who got a 28? Damn. Swinnick. 28.63 kilo diamond. That's unbelievable. So yeah, that's one of the biggest submissions so far if you submit it. Red-tailed catfish. That is a nice species. Damn, let me take a look at Swinnick's diamond. It is over there, as you can see. Yeah, look at the size of that fish. That is close to the max weight. Right there. Sea crab. Now, that is something I'm jealous about. Yeah, you wanna make me jealous, you have to catch something like what Swinnick just caught. You know, a 28 plus kilo diamond. Not your 20 kilo babies. Flathead or striper. I love the flathead. So yeah, like there were so many possibilities for new species. It is sad that they decided to end the game so early. Maybe a skill issue, in fact, Mr. Rahok, yeah. Yeah, we just haven't been lucky today. Yeah, I guess I got bad, eh? Because, for example, on the Honor stream, we couldn't find a single diamond either while grinding for mule deer. And yeah, now our luck has been really dry. No bites right here on the triod hook, unfortunately. Alright, we're gonna cast towards that place, towards where Zero is. Right below his boat. But I think this time I'm gonna start by using a 2-aught spinner. Just to catch some silvers first. I thought my 22 kilo was big. It was big, Brian, but they are bigger diamonds. That's the thing. They put Peru the Amazon on the wrong Call of the Wild game. Man, the Amazon would have been insane on theAngler. Damn. Have you ever wondered, you know, if they decided to continue developing the game after Japan? Have you ever wondered what the next map would have been? You know, I wanna think it would have been something like the Amazon. Maybe. You know, could have been the Amazon, could have been like Florida. Like maybe somewhere on Asia. Could we switch to lake trout soon? Like after the competition ends? I mean, I don't think, you know, the stream is gonna last like 2 hours. So yeah, we still have another 30 minutes to go. And that'll be exactly when the competition ends. Swinnick. So yeah, if you wanna go to fish for lake trout, like go ahead. Because personally, I have no reason to continue fishing for lake trout because, you know, my current submission is already quite big. Gamers never turn around. Yeah, the spot below your boat grab, it was really empty, so I had to try a different spot. But don't worry, I'll turn around with my diamond whenever I catch it. Arapiama would have been nice. Absolutely, Brian. Yeah, I love that Amazonian species. Arctic map, maybe Chilber? I bet there are some nice species on the Arctic. I don't know exactly what we'd have been able to fish there, but I bet there are plenty. Another silver right here. Amazon would be off the hook. Absolutely zero. Yeah, the Amazon. I mean, that a lot of people were requesting the Amazon. I remember it. And I imagine if they had something like a roadmap, probably the Amazon was on their plans. Peacock bass, that's a beautiful species. Those are in Florida, aren't they? Or where are the peacock bass? Because I know how they look, but I don't know exactly where they are located. Another silver. This place is full of tiny silvers. They are on the Amazon. I see, I see. Piranha catfish would be awesome. Piranha catfish, that sounds interesting. You know, I don't think I've ever seen them, but that sounds interesting. One of us has to become a billionaire and buy the game so it keeps getting developed. I would do that, honestly. And I mean, like, maybe at some point a company will decide to buy the game. I don't know, that would be our only hope. King crab. Piara. Oh yeah, the piara is a nice species. But yeah, like if a company ever buys the game, imagine how cool that would be, guys. Like if a different company buys the game. I remember they mentioned that would be the only possibility of it reviving. So, who knows? More tiny silvers? Probably won't sell for too much. Yeah, probably not to this much. Hold on a second, did I just cut the line by accident? It was just a silver though. Alright, time to use the 3-aught hook once again. This time on a float setup. We are actually raising the price of the game. The more we play it, the more we revive it. So many species for South America, I can imagine zero. Yeah, like, they could have made at least 50 maps. Like over several different locations. It was just a matter of people actually playing the game. Come on, game, tell me there's something right there. Tell me there's at least a gold. Maybe? Brachyplatystoma catfish would be my favorite. I have no idea what kind of fish that is, but that sounds like a dinosaur fish. That sounds like a prehistoric fish. Probably cool. Try 4-aught. I mean, if I'm trying the 3-aught and it's not working, then the 4-aught wouldn't work neither. Because that means there are no diamonds in the area. Nothing here. Gonna wait a bit more. It's a bummer that they didn't add albinos to this game. They exist in real life. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And as I was saying, there was a person developing a mod for this game that includes rares for some fish. And I believe albino catfish was one of those things, you know? So that was cool to see. No bites. Alright, finally there's something about to bite. That is at least a gold. So let's see the size. It's gonna be gold. Yeah, I don't think it's heavy enough to be a small diamond. It's not taking any line. How rare are level 8 male tapirs? Maybe even rarer than the diamonds frostbite because I've never seen one. Yeah, I've never seen a single level 8 male tapir. I know it is possible, but yeah, they seem to be very, very rare. So if you manage to find one, congratulations, because that's probably as rare as a diamond. Nice gold right here. Bro, what is your favorite angler map? Tiki, I'm gonna go with Golden Ridge Reserve. I would say that's by far my favorite map here on theAngler. It's a lot of fun. It has, I believe, 26 species, which is crazy. So yeah, in my opinion, there's no better map than Golden Ridge Reserve. You have one on your map, a level 8 male tapir. Brian, well, that's sick. That's not a common animal to find, eh? If I leave the session, am I still gonna be in the comp? On the match, I wanna think so, Swinek, but I'm not entirely sure, I'm not gonna lie. Well, for example, I saw that Grab left the session and he's still here, so maybe you are still gonna be here. Imagine a honor map with 26 species, can you imagine that? It has to be Africa 2.0. Yeah, if there's a map that could have so many species, it would have to be Africa 2.0. Although, you know, even though it's probably gonna have more new species than any other reserve, I don't think it's gonna reach such a high number. And we just got disconnected from the session, apparently. Yeah, it sent us to a different session for some reason. As you can see, it put us in the evening. Who is winning? So, talking about the king of the cash, currently, Matt Makis is leading the competition. Right there. Yeah, that was a server swap, unfortunately. Hello, Jared. Welcome to stream. When did you start? The stream, I started the stream, what, an hour and a half ago, roughly? Hold up, is there something about to bite? I thought there was a fish there, but apparently not. Sounds good, Swinek. Hopefully you catch something good for the lake trout. You know, I'm really looking forward for the next King of the Cash, guys, because going for bass, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I am doing very good, Jared. It is nice to see you today. I hope you're also doing good. And yeah, I started the stream like an hour and a half ago. Alright, there's something about to bite. Maybe diamond, maybe gold. Looks kinda big. Alright, it is big. Yeah, it is big. Can you change back to online? Am I not online? Now I am online. It just told me that I joined this session, but yeah, the game is doing weird things at the moment. Nice Atlantic salmon right here. So, in one of the devlogs, I remember seeing something about Like they think about 30 plus species for a map, but they add only a portion of that. That makes sense. Yeah, I remember they start with a really big list of species and then they shorten it depending on how much time they have to make them. I had trouble catching a 50 pounds lake trout. Damn. Hold up, so you managed to catch a 50-pound lake trout, Jared? Because if you did, that would be a crazy submission. But yeah, I wish there was at least a small diamond right here because I haven't been able to catch anything today. Unfortunately. Hello, Chris. Thank you for joining us. How are you? 26 species for Golden Ridge Reserve isn't even half of the possibilities. Oh yeah, I can imagine the list could be near 100. Bro, what is your favorite hunter map? My favorite map on the Hunter of the Wild is definitely Revontuli Coast. Tiki. Yeah, I love that map because I love the upland birds, and I think it is a blast to just run and gun hunting that map, Really, really fun reserve. What about you? What is your favorite map on the Hunter and your favorite map on the Angler? I'm curious. Just checked, and the raccoon dogs are indeed everywhere on Salzwiesen. So that means Revontuli Coast is actually a better option, Mr. Rahog. Because you have to cover less terrain, even though Salzwiesen is a really small map. Oh, you caught a 50-pounder the last week, Jared. But not this week. Well, that's unfortunate. But, you still caught it. Even if you weren't able to submit it, you still caught it, and that's still a great, great lake trout. That sounds great, Chris. If you return to a game, it would be great to see you here playing with us. And to see you participating on the King of the Cash, that would be great. We need more people. There have been more than 30 participants on this one. So yeah, looking forward to the next one and to improve that number even more. You got KPD again, Brian. So you managed to catch him twice? Is that what you're saying? Having trouble with Atlantic salmon. Can't catch one over 26 kilograms. Well, at least you've been catching diamonds, Jeremy. But yeah, it's gonna take some luck to catch something bigger. Welcome to the stream, by the way. My favorite hunter map is Sundarpatan, and my favorite angler map is Spain. I love Spain as well. Tiki. Yeah, those are some really good maps. Sundarpatan is also amazing. To be frank, Salzwiesen is better, I think. They drink during the day and it is easy to spot them. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it is better. You would have to try, Mr. Rahok. Let's see. Okay, gonna accept your friend request right here. Just did. I could swear I had already added you to this match because I remember adding you as Pineapple. Just a silver once again. My friend is right next to you, PrexyK. Oh, nice. Let's see. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Another silver. So who's your friend? Mr. 4541755? Is that your friend? I accidentally blocked you. Well, that's unfortunate to this match. So yeah, Just accepted you and you can join me once again. By the way, guys, if you enjoy these kind of streams, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. That helps a lot. Bro, I just sent you a friend request on Discord. Please accept. I'll accept it in a bit. Really. Yeah, just after finishing the stream. So let's see, this is another silver. 11.22 kilos, just a small one. And, well, we're gonna continue chumming right here. I think now we're gonna chum that way. And let's see how that goes. Sounds good, hater. It was very good to see you today. And I hope you have a very good night. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. I've been joining, but you are never in the server. Oh, so let me do something to this match, because whenever that happens, normally I just have to move a bit. Like, I just have to move my boat a bit. Look. Just moved my boat, and normally that makes the other people spawn. And I think it worked for 0. Your stream was at the start. Sorry. Oh, that's funny. Still after lake trout, still near a 50 pounder, but the best thing I caught was a 60 pound Atlantic salmon this week at least. That was a giant. Jared. Yeah, that is a really big Atlantic salmon, and you know, you may not be able to catch the 50 pounder laker, but even if you get close to 50 pounds, that'll still be great. Has your friend Mr. caught anything good? Not while I've been here. Sorry. So yeah, I don't think he has caught any diamond while I've been here. There's something about to bite. It is also a silver. Give me a second to this match. Gonna have to move my boat once again, and hopefully that'll make me appear for you. There you go. Now you should be able to see me. He said he has hundreds of them, but no diamonds sadly. For the Atlantic salmon, that seems to be how it is for a lot of people. A lot of Atlantic salmon, but not a single diamond. They can be tough. Yeah, for example, right now on this stream, you know, I haven't caught 100, but maybe around 50, I don't know. And once again, not a single diamond. But then you return a different day and you catch like 3 in 30 minutes. That's how it is. Can you accept my friend request? Let me see. I don't see your friend request. Willie. So yeah, try sending it again and that may work. Let's see, what's here? Is there a silver as well? It seems to be. Bro, outpass the blunt, but I'm not that generous. Yeah. Yeah, I would appreciate it, but you know, I understand. It's just been a dry night when it comes to diamonds. You know, I think I'm gonna stream theAngler on Saturday again. So maybe our luck will be better. Another silver. just silver tonight in some goals, pretty much really. Yeah, we couldn't get anything remarkable tonight. Although we still have another 10 minutes roughly, we still have time to get something nice. Sounds great, sorry. I hope you have a very good time out. Can't believe I got mine today. Yeah, right, Silver? Yeah, of course you had to get it exactly during the stream. That's how it is. How's your voice holding up after this double stream? I would say it's pretty decent, Mr. Rahok. How do you think it sounds? You know, because I'm also using a new microphone at the moment, so I may sound a bit different, but when it comes to my voice, I think I'm pretty good. Sounds great, really. Yeah, get some rest, brother. It was nice to see you today, and I hope you have a very good night. 27.33 kilograms is a big one. It is. Yeah, it is on the bigger side, Silver. Corey, 27.62 Diamond Salmon. That is a heavy one to this match. Yeah, that is a really heavy one. Sounds pretty much identical to the start of the stream. Well, that is good, Mr. Rahok. Yeah, it's been really consistent recently. Like nothing compared to how it was a few months ago, because yeah, a few months ago whenever I was streaming, my voice was struggling. Like I was having a really hard time to complete my streams back then. That's why I decided to stop streaming, because yeah, my voice wasn't holding up. But right now, no, not a single issue. You know, like I still feel the symptoms of the condition. Like it still feels quite tight, and I have to make like quite some effort to produce some sounds, but it's gotten to a point where it's very manageable. Send it again. Let's see. I cannot see you, brother. So yeah, what about you send me your Apex, Willie, and then I add you. Just got killed by a level 9 black game, and damn, Tiki. I mean, hopefully at least it is a diamond. Alright, this one is a bit bigger. I think it's gonna be maybe small gold. Great to hear, Zero. Yeah, it is nothing compared to how it was last year especially. Not even any gold, just a silver. You think you got a diamond on to this match? Well, that's fantastic. I see it right here. That looks big. Yeah, and protecting your voice is the main priority, especially considering you are a YouTuber. Absolutely, Mr. Rahok. Yeah, because my voice is my main tool, of course. But right now, it's not really an issue, which is great, and I have to thank God for that. Because like the improvement doesn't make sense at all. Like this condition is meant to get worse over time. You know, it doesn't get better. And it was already at a very low point last year. So it doesn't make sense, the fact that it improved. So yeah, I definitely have to thank God for giving me the chance to continue doing this. Because yeah, there's no explanation for it. Really. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna add you in a bit. Let's see. We're gonna add Willy. Willy. Okay, it is like this. Just give me a minute. Why does it say you already sent me a friend request? Or that I already sent you a friend request? Check your request, will you? Maybe mine is already there. What are the legendary fish right now? I know KPD is one of the legendary fish, the one that is present here on Trollsporet. So yeah, that is one, but I don't know about the others. If you wanna know all the legendary fish, you can either go to my Discord server and take a look at the trophy gallery, or you can go to the Phantom Shark YouTube, because there he also posts every single of the legendaries, including how to catch them. So yeah, I would recommend you doing that. When are you going to stream this other game for King of the Cash again, bro? So for the next King of the Cash, Jared, first of all, I'm gonna stream this same King of the Cash on Saturday, most likely. And then whenever the next one starts, which will actually be on Sunday, I'm also gonna stream it, maybe on Sunday as well. Big diamond on. Nice, Hero. I don't know how you haven't got much. That's how it goes sometimes to this match. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you simply cannot catch many things. We're gonna try something right here. Look, let's fast travel to our boat. This is a little trick, guys. A bit dirty, I'm not gonna lie. But once you fast travel to your boat, it essentially resets the fish population around it. So yeah, maybe that'll improve our spawns to the point where we can actually start catching some goals at least. Great to hear you could accept it, Willy. How can I get the Caimans to resurface? So I assume you're on single player, Tiki. Like, waiting is an option, but I have no idea how long it takes for a Cayman to resurface. It's probably gonna take a while. So your best bet is gonna be to reset the time to the same time to where you found it, because I assume you found a rest zone maybe. So I just reset the time back to that time and return to his zone. You're gonna find it there. Sounds like a very good idea, Chilber. Yeah, if you manage to join the Discord, you will see it is a great place to be as a theAngler fan. 3 speed works better than 2, at least for me. Yeah, I was trying 3 speed, I'm gonna try it again to this match. Let's see here. Sounds great, Swinek. It was nice to see you today. Thank you for joining the stream, and I hope you have a very good rest of your day. See you, brother. Let's see, Zero got a really big diamond apparently. Gonna take a look at the weight very soon. Just gonna catch this one. It was a 24.51 kilo. Nice, Zero. Can't complain at all. That's a big diamond right there. Let's see, we're gonna cast farther this time. Alright guys, we're gonna use a different strategy before we conclude the stream. I'm gonna equip the trio jerkbait, and we're simply gonna start casting all around the boat as far as possible. And hopefully that will lead us to a diamond. We'll see if it works. Alright guys, time for the trio jerkbait. Right here. This is gonna be our last attempt. First we're gonna start by casting towards that direction. And let's see. No chum this time. Hello puts. Are the bait balls even working for you? I wanna think they've been working, but honestly, they aren't making a huge difference. Alright, so we got a goal right here on the first cast, that's good. When is the last day of King of the Cash this week? It concludes on Sunday, Chilber. So yeah, still got a few days to go. It lasts an entire week. Yeah, Mr. Rahog, unfortunately, our luck hasn't been great today. But look, there's a gold. Let's cast towards the same place once again. That worked. He trolled at 465, that's a shame, Dicky. The Caymans troll so much. You know, I think I found 4 level 9s and 3 of them trolled. So yeah, they really troll a lot. No buy this time, alright. Time for another cast. We're gonna cast all around the boat and hopefully that will lead us to something. Sounds like a very good plan, Chilver. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you don't rank high on the leaderboard, because you know, as long as we see people participating, that's what matters. And you know, the more participants, the more people get encouraged to continue participating. So yeah, we appreciate the submissions even if they aren't huge. My troll Cayman was 462. Damn, Frostbite. That should have been a mythical. It's kinda crazy that the trolls are able to get that small. Thank you very much to this match. Yeah, it was nice to see you, and I hope you have a very good rest of your day. See you later. Apparently I got disconnected right there. You know, maybe the stream also suffered a little disconnection. But not a bite on this cast neither. Hopefully this game doesn't end up like the classic, like Hunter Classic. Yeah. Oh, that would be terrible. Yeah, that would be an absolute shame. Hold up, we got another bite. Ooh. Okay. This is a heavy one right here. This is a heavy salmon right here. Will it be a diamond, maybe? Or maybe just a huge gold, we'll see. I like fishing the lake in the morning. Yeah, probably the morning is the best time to go for the salmon, Hunterman. My game crashed. That sucks, Brian. I have a level 9 Cayman chilling on my map. Well, hopefully it doesn't troll, man. Yeah, another goal right here. So, our strategy is kinda working. You know, just casting all around the boat. I would say it's definitely working better than using proper formats to chum. Gonna go after some lake trout. That sounds like a very good plan, Brian. By the way, guys, what do you think? Do you think we're actually gonna be able to catch a diamond before the end of the stream? You know, I think there's a good chance, because this is kinda working. We are covering a lot of water right here. Probably this strategy looks insane. Yeah, like still not a lot of bites, but it's working better. You got a 29 kilo diamond in the chamber. Imagine that. Yeah, imagine a 29 kilo Atlantic salmon to finish the stream. Like as soon as it is placed the way that I close the stream. What is the best time for lake trout? You know, I don't think the time matters a lot with lake trouts, Brian, but something like midday or morning, something like that, that tends to work nice. Pro, what do you think of the 45 caliber air rifle in Call of the Wild? It is an interesting weapon for the sake of having variety, but man, it is risky to use, Take it. So yeah, only use it if you want to do something fun, something different, because it is really weak. That would be epic indeed, 0. That would be something. Can they get up to 30 kilograms? No, Brian, the max weight for the Atlantic salmon is 29. Lake trout are pretty easy to land. They are. Yeah, you are very right about that, Shilber. They are really fun to go for. Definitely more of a fun gun than an efficient one, absolutely. Yeah, if you wanna use it, just do it for the sake of having fun, not for the sake of actually using an efficient weapon, because it isn't. Odds are you are gonna botch whatever you try to shoot. So we have gotten 2 goals so far using this strategy. And we are about to complete the entire clock around about. We are halfway there though. No more bites. Honestly, you are inspiring me to try the Hunter. Yeah, honestly, the Hunter can be a really fun game as well, Chilber. Of course, it is different to the Angler, like very different, but it has the same, you know, the same looking for diamonds and rares aspect. So that is one of the best parts about it. Like if you like collecting diamonds and looking for diamonds, yeah, you are also gonna find that in the Hunter. Right now, trying to get a diamond wells. Nice, Iki. Man, it would be sick if you manage to catch one. I haven't gone for the wells in quite some time, probably more than a year. Welcome back to this match. Nice to see you. So let's see, we're gonna cross our fingers because we just have a few casts left. Something like maybe 4 casts more. And yeah, if we fail to catch a diamond on the next 4 casts, we are unfortunately gonna have to conclude the stream without a single diamond, which wasn't in the plans. That person caught something really big. Got trolled by the game and then switched Call of the Wild games. That's fair, Tiki. Oh, that's fair. So what did he score? Was it the one that scored 465? No bites right here. So maybe the salmon are near the surface at this time. Maybe it is in the morning that they approach the surface, because I remember, I think it was playing with this other guy called Angling with Chase, and like I remember he noticed that the salmon tend to be closer to the surface during the morning. So that would explain why we're barely getting any bites right here. Yeah, Gerard, I need to do other things right now. I also had another stream before this one, which was for the Honor. So I've been streaming for roughly a bit more than 4 hours today, which is the longest I've streamed in a while. So I need to take a break from the computer now. But it's been a blast. It's always a great time to stream with you guys. It's always a great time to get to chat with you. And I'm really looking forward to the next one. As for the video, the one that is currently members only for the Honor Call of the Wild, that will probably be out tomorrow. So the members will have almost an entire new day to watch the video, which I would say is a nice perk. Hey bro, do you have any collabs coming up? I don't want to spoil anything, and I don't want to confirm anything just yet, Mr. Warhawk, but there may be a massive collab coming up. Like, as I said, I don't want to confirm anything because it's still a bit early, but it's looking good, and there may be a massive collab coming to the channel very soon. Plus, I'm also gonna, this is mostly confirmed at this point, I'm also gonna collab with Chopper. I'll be joining him on his search party, and I believe Lady Legend is also gonna be there. Also, I think Donnells of the Wild, the Hunt Professor, and I may be missing another creator. But it'll be exciting to join Chopper on that stream as well. Yeah, that makes sense, Jared. Yeah, streaming is really different to making videos. And I definitely understand why you like watch streams more than the videos. So that's why I started making more streams, because I know a lot of people enjoy them more. A Scarecrow Lady. It is a really big collab to this match, if it happens. It is a really, really big collab. Yeah, Baja Brock may be on that stream as well. Frostbite, you are right. I could spill the beans, but as I said, it isn't 100% confirmed just yet. However, it is looking good. It should happen if everything goes good. So it's still too early, but just know that there's, it would be the biggest video on the channel, at this point. So I'm working to actually make it happen, and I'm working to make sure nothing prevents it from happening, Did you get anything while I was gone? Maybe I caught a couple goals to this match, but no diamonds unfortunately, and not a single buy right here, which unfortunately means we are gonna finish the stream without a single trophy, guys. Yep, no diamonds today. The game is rigged. The game is absolutely rigged. Guys, I wish I could jump out of the boat right here. But it was a really fun stream, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And once again, don't forget, if you like this kind of content, please make sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel, guys. It would mean a lot. So yeah, I really hope you have a really good rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one.